Right, this is Loch, and we're on our way up to Shield Bridge. Nice Loch. And of course you stop in the lay-by. One of my videos won't be complete without showing something like this, would it? So what can you do? This is what people are like. I mean, look at that. Bit of snow on the hills. Okay. Well, this is, what's it called this? Glenshield campsite. And there's one of the, well, I thought there were 7 sisters, but no, the 5 sisters. You can just about make them out here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5. I don't know whether this is the 5th one here or not. Yeah, so we might go a bike ride tomorrow along Loch Duich. We'll see how it goes. Well, 2 sheets hung on that bike ride because our Susie's been sick twice. The joys of owning a dog, eh? Now, well, this is, I'm looking on the screen on this GoPro and it looks really flat compared with how it actually is. It's really steep, that hill, and there's a little zigzag track going up in it. Really steep. Too steep to ride a bike on, but we're going to go walk up there. Well, if we get to the top, I'll turn the camera on and have a look back and see what we can see. Like, carry on up the Khyber this. Look how steep this is. You can just about see the motorhome now. Bit higher still now. Oh yes. Look, Loch Duich is over there, look. This is odd. We've got concrete here. See it? And rocks on the left and in the middle of this picture. Well, you wouldn't want to fall down there. I'll have a look on the map. I doubt whether there's a name on this, but it runs into the river that runs into Loch Duich. Right, so I'm going to turn back in a minute. Well, believe it or not, but there's a tyre track there in that puddle. If you look there, can you see it? So somebody has been up here in possibly a Land Rover. Well, you've seen where we've just walked. God knows how they've managed that. A bridge, Susie. Well, it's a bit too far to this bridge for me. Get it? No. But just look how rough this is to come down here in a Land Rover or any 4x4. I mean, look at it where it disappears up there. God. Well, it's quite a sizable river, this, isn't it? And that's where the track carries on. How would you get a Land Rover up there, really? I wouldn't have thought so. It's just unbelievable, this. Yeah, where could you turn round? It's a complete mystery to me, that. Yeah. Right, we're going back now. Yeah, the plan is to go out on the bikes this afternoon and head up the left hand side up that loch. Now I've been along there in 2019, you may have seen the video, but I turned round about halfway along. But this time we intend on keep going right up to the very end. Keep watching. Right, well, this is the first officially filmed bike ride for a while. I haven't even got a coat on. What about that? Yeah, I'm beginning to think, yeah, maybe I should have done. Feels pretty cool out here. Now, they've done something along here, just a bit different. See, this is different than it was. I'm sure there were horses in this field because I frightened them on the way back. Hey up, what's going on here? Hang on a minute. It's happened before this. Yeah, I thought this is the elusive noise I've had before. Right. I mean, that's not going to save you in a crash, is it? But I suppose it makes it look a bit more, well, a bit more like it. Well, right, can we get going now? Oh, it's a bit cold out here. I'll tell you what, you're in that motorhome, the sun's shining, and it feels quite warm. I fell for it again, haven't I? Oh, I'll not bother putting my jacket on. No, I'll not put my gloves on either. No, it's warm out there. No, it isn't. Let's have a look. 14. Well, yeah, not too bad, but I think I'm going against the breeze here. Right, so that's where we're heading. So when we get to the end of this track, which fizzles out along the side of this loch, we should be directly across the other side from Donnan Castle. God, look at here. Whoa, God. Bloody hell. Whoa, this is cold. Right, so let's have a look at the bike. 6,260 miles. I'm in tour. I've lost a block off our previous ride. So if right, so I've got 30 miles range. So the idea is to do this on my own so I can film it, and then me and Ellen will do it again after. Then the last time I did it, I carried on past this turn and went right up on the hill. Do you remember? Right, let's see if I can get in front of this. Yeah, this is it. Welcome to Ratagan. Ratagan. Well, looking back here, right, just hang on a minute. Let's just go a little bit further. So you can obviously see this is a sea lock. Tide comes in and out. And there, I think, well, let me what's known as the Five Sisters. I'll just turn around now and carry on. Oh God, right. Yeah, because of the gearing now, I tend to find I'm in gear 9 most of the time. They're being a much higher gear. Is it higher, lower? It's a lower gear, isn't it? Yeah, lower gear than the Shimano one. Now I reckon this was about 5.5 miles, that's all, and that's where the road fizzles out. And I told her I'd be back within an hour easy. Well, you might notice my voice sounds a bit croaky. Well, I've had one of those colds, a cold, another one where my nose hasn't been running like a tap and sneezing, because you know you've got a cold coming on, you don't feel right, but instead of it then starting sneezing and nose running, you know, for 2 or 3 days, then it dries up and changes to catarrh and a cough and what have you. It just goes past that bit, no sneezing, no runny nose, it just then changes to catarrh and then it settles on my chest. Oh, and then I get a cough. Oh, and you get in bed and it starts cough, cough, cough. Thinking, oh, I'm right now. And 5 minutes later, oh, it's come back. I'm gonna have another good cough. Oof. Oh, you think you're never going to get to sleep. Right, so it's Isle of Donnan Castle we're looking for, right across the other side. Well, there's absolutely no sign of it yet. Right up there it is somewhere. So tomorrow it's forecast rain from about 7 in the morning till at least 3 in the afternoon, and we don't leave the site till Friday. This is Wednesday, so we've got to make the most of it this afternoon. So after I've done this, I'm going back, have a bit of a rest, quick drink, and then I'm off again with Ellen. Do it again, but without the camera rolling. Yeah, now I hear I'm reading some comments on YouTube, one of these sites, going on about the state of the country, and you could tell me where this is from and who said it, because it didn't say. Now let's get my head around this. Let's get past these two here. Yeah. So, bad times produce strong men. Strong men produce good times. Good times produce weak men. Weak men produce bad times. And I personally think we're in that stage where we've got weak men that have produced a bad time. That's all I have to say on the subject, but hiya. Oh, and boxy dogs, honest. They're comical. That's interesting. So the word dog, where do you think dog comes from? Well, apparently nobody knows, because for a long time they were known as hound or hund, and then they just started calling them dogs, and it caught on, and well, they've never looked back, have they? Now, you'll have a car, I've no doubt. If it's a fairly recent Jag, it's unlikely, but if it is what you've got, it will probably have automatic door locking. In other words, you set off, and after 4 or 5 seconds the doors, they all lock up, and the boot. You're secure. Now, we've had 3 Jaguar X types and they've all been like that. I've had a Jaguar XE for a few months. That had automatic door locking, and I mean, people say, oh well, an X type, it's all got forward parts on it, anti-re. Well, there are some, but a lot of them are unique to that car. And there's one thing that they haven't passed over from Ford, is the automatic door locking. Because I don't think Ford, no matter what you've got, I've got an automatic door locks. You can lock them manually, you press a button, but you've got to remember to do it. It's a good idea. I remember this lad I know, he had a Mark III Ford Escort. He went out one Sunday dinner time and he stopped at the side of the Summit pub, looked right, looked left to see if there's anything coming. Suddenly the passenger door opened and this bloke got in, sat there and said, right, where are we going? Now, he don't mess about, this lad I knew, so I told him where to go and what to do, if you see what I mean. So he did, and I thought, well, this is where automatic door locking comes in. You've no need to think about it, you just set off, so no matter where you stop, nobody's just going to open the door and get in, are they? But this lady I know, their daughter, I went to this Ford showroom with them. She was after a Ford Cougar. This would be about 2018. Basic one she wanted, nothing fancy. But in that showroom they had the top-notch model on display. So I moseyed on over and had a look at it. And this salesman came over. I said, is this the most expensive one? Yeah, he said, it's got everything, this. Everything there is. I said, and that's the price. They're about, I don't know, £40,000 or something. Unbelievable. And I said, has it got automatic door locking? And he looked at me. Well, no, it hasn't. But you can lock them manually. I said, well, if you're paying this much money, I'd expect them to be automatic. And I just walked away. You should have seen his face. How many miles an hour? 3.5. Now, I did stop somewhere further on than this. I'd already been up this great big hill up there, so I'd already been out quite a while,
I thought I've just not got time to go right to the end of this road, so I didn't. Now I've lost another block here. Well, there is one video I intend trying to have a go at. When I got the cube at first, I did a eco worry film. How far can I get in eco on its own without putting it into or anything? I think the first time I tried it I got 72 miles. And then I tried it again, a different route, and I got 102. Well, I think of the two, probably the 72 miles was the more realistic. But now we're looking at 5 years on plus, and as the battery degraded on this bike, that means has it lost any of its range? Well, I did attempt to start doing this film in March. The weather was rubbish, and I set off. I set this back to naught, and when I'd done 3 miles it froze. It froze at 3 miles. I thought, oh, well that's no good. So I just turned round and came back. It was cold and damp and horrible, and I'd even forgot to reset this Bosch trip to naught as well, so I abandoned it. So I still intend doing it, but the trouble is, once I've started it, I've got to keep doing it at least every other day. I can't just go riding to or somewhere else in the middle of it, can I? I've got to keep that, hope that doesn't freeze, and do it that way. I mean, really, I don't think it's lost that much range off it. I seem to be getting the same number of miles in tour as I normally do. But it's something to do, it's a film, innit? Be interesting just to see what the results are. Now I think, is this where I stopped and turned round? I'm going to stop here, but I decided to stop here. Wow. Yeah, that were it. That's where I turned round before. Now I think right over there I can see the castle. Still a bit of a way off here, 4.5 miles. Well, I've been pedalling about 19 minutes, or the front wheel's been turning that long anyway. I'm sure I'm going against a bit of a breeze here, so it might not be as bad coming back. You probably won't be able to hear it with that sound muffler on this GoPro. So, go and tell them on their fancy phone, they've had floods in Dubai, cars floating down the river, or the streets. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but have Dubai got really rich because of all the oil that they sold? So if all this is caused by global warming, and that's because of oil, maybe, that's what you're being called hoisted by your own petard. see what I mean? Now what have I got here? Letterfern. Well, I've had a look on the map and I can't see this. Yeah, still in 9th gear. See our weak governments, as we call them. Hey, they seem to think that the birth rate in this country is going down. There aren't as many babies being born in the UK. I find that very hard to believe. But okay, if that's the case, why are they hell-bent on building as many new houses as they can? It doesn't make sense, does it? If the birth rate's going down, why are you building all them houses? Eh? Try and explain that one. Yeah, a bit of rocky business there going on. Ends ahead. Well, we're coming along the 87, and you've probably seen on the film we had to slow down for goats. Goats, yes, on 2 occasions, and there were quite a distance between each other. Goats. I mean, no sheep, never saw any sheep at all, but there were definitely goats. Really odd. Well, this is nice, isn't it? Isn't it nice, this? Daffodils out. What are them others? Them white ones, narcissus, are they? Oh yeah. Well, my hands are cold, my arms are cold, but I'm beginning to not really notice it. The question is, if I come back with Ellen, shall I put a coat on? Well, let's get a bit closer now, that old castle. Well, I bet if it were in England, the Home Office would probably have it full of these illegal immigrants coming across the channel, wouldn't they? How many do you think you'll get in that castle? Yeah, bring them in. Bring them in. They say, no, well, there's a disused RAF base. It holds 200 people. Well, I think in a couple of days you'll have it filled up. Then what do you do? Well, I do concern myself about things like this. And people fought for this country. I went past the Commando Memorial at Sispine Bridge, and I said, tell them, look at them, fighting for this country. Yeah, for what? As they turn over in the graves now. Right, nearly 6 miles coming up. Let's have a look. Oops. Bit of a tight squeeze, eh?
Bit of a tight squeeze, isn't it?
Ah.
Where's the Druidy Gorge?
Not a clue.
That's the Duich farmhouse. That's not much use to me.
Well, there's a chap up here painting outside.
Oh yeah.
About half a mile up here on the right, you'll see him.
Yeah.
He might know.
Spot on. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. What did he want? The Druid H Lodge or something? Well, there can't be that many places along here that you can miss. Mind you, I'm like that. Good at not finding things. I'm getting a bit thirsty now. Good afternoon. Well, isn't this pleasant? I mean, it's just generally going a bit rougher, this track. It's getting like a green mossy mound in the middle. Question is, how much further down does it go? I can see the castle. Oh, we're going uphill here, look. Look at this. Well, you see on a map it doesn't show this, does it? It's all flat. Well, if I come along here again with Ellen, I think I'm going to have to charge the battery on the bike. See, on the map it shows it just fizzles out to nothing, this road, but perhaps is this bit beyond where it fizzles out. Who knows? I've done 6.5 miles now. It might just keep going forever all around this headland. Well, there's the castle over there. Oh, look at this here. Oh, this must be it. Hey. I wonder if it just goes down to the sea and finishes. Ah, is this where it peters out here? Look. Yeah, I think this is it. So this is officially the end of the road. And this is where I'm going to turn the camera off. Yeah, that's that back brake you can hear. Well, I don't know what's up with it. I put new brake pads in. Now then, Isle of Donnan Castle. I'll take a picture and try and zoom in and give you a nice look at it. Right, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.